I'm not okay with the pace that they are currently being provided. And we have too many people out there that are rightfully anxious, and they need to see, well, this whole country pick up the pace. We're certainly going to do it here in Kentucky.
Some strong, passionate words from Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear. He says the vaccines aren't getting out to people fast enough, and now we're getting a better idea of how that is going to change. Yesterday, the governor and health commissioner, Dr. Stephen Stack, outlined the planned vaccination phases. There is now a phase 1C, which includes people over 60 years old, those considered high risk, and all essential workers. The other phases are based on someone's age. The state's goal is to have 90% of all vaccine doses given within 7 days of their arrival.
The goal now is to give it quickly and to focus a little bit less on who is getting it and prioritize getting it out as fast as possible to as many people willing to have it.
The governor is also announcing 2,319 new cases of the virus on Monday. 26 more people in Kentucky have died. So far, COVID-19 has killed 2,749 people in the state.
Once our healthcare workers and seniors get the vaccine, teachers are up next. The state asked every school district to survey its teachers, staff, and contractors to find out who wants to receive the vaccine. Brooks at Van Hoos this morning. Brooke, looks like the majority of JCPS is ready to go for it.
They are ready to get back in the classroom and get back to their kids, Daniel. And of the number of teachers and the staffs within JCPS that were surveyed and then responded, about 87% of them said they want this vaccine. So a majority ready to roll up their sleeves and get this when the time comes. And the governor indicated just yesterday that that could be as early as the first week of February. So as I mentioned, the whole district-wide put out that survey just a little while ago with about 18,000 people that would have been able to respond. And of that, about 14,000 wrote back. Only 1,900 declined to receive the vaccine for that first round. So while we do not have an official rollout date, we do know the state would order close to about 13,000 of those initial doses for the district's behalf. The drive-through vaccination site at Broadbench Arena at the Expo Center is where the JCPS employees would be getting their vaccine. The current proposal right now would give out doses in order of grade level K through 12.
People who work with the littles have to interact with them much more closely, and it's really crucial that they get a vaccine.
JCPS says if employees decline to get that initial round of the vaccine, they would be eligible to receive it at a later time when it's available to the general public. What's still unknown is what the district would do for those employees who opt out of getting the vaccine, if they would allow them back into the classroom when everything is said and done, when the kids get to go back, whenever that may be, if the employees who do not have the vaccine get to be with them. So a lot to discuss still, and a lot on the table tonight when the board meets once again for the first of the year, guys.
See what happens. Thank you so much, Brooke. All across the river, plans for a large-scale community vaccine distribution site are underway in Clark County. Dr. Eric Yezel, Clark County Health Officer, was one of many healthcare workers who received their second dose of the Pfizer vaccine yesterday. He says next week the Moderna vaccine is expected to come in and will be available to the public by appointment at the site in Clarksville. With Clark County at a 27.7% positivity rate, Dr. Yezel is hoping that the public follows in his footsteps and gets the vaccine.
You know, we do what we can to try to mitigate in the community and things like that, but we really need a good vaccine uptake to get back to that sense of normalcy that we're all looking for. So.
Dr. Yezel says for there to be herd immunity, at least 65% of the population will need to receive the vaccine. Indiana state health officials reported more than 3,600 new cases yesterday and 39 more deaths. That brings the state's total to nearly 530,000 cases. COVID-19 has killed 8,150 people in Indiana since the pandemic started.